my family.
Meet John and Van Lupo, first and second generation owners at Beard's Diamonds.
We're always looking to make the shopping experience better for the consumer and grow with Jacksonville.
We're here to do whatever we can to make people happy. We want them to feel comfortable with their purchase.
Beard's Diamonds, not another corporate chain jewelry store. A Jacksonville original with non-commissioned experts to guide you, educate you, and help you celebrate those milestones.
We get to be with people in the most important decisions in their life. So it's a wonderful feeling at the end of the day.
So if you're getting engaged, celebrating a special anniversary, or looking for that perfect gift, relax and enjoy the experience at Beard's, knowing you are guaranteed the best price, the best value, the best warranties, and the best experience in the jewelry industry.
There's no competition that we can't compete with or beat.
Beard's Diamonds. Happy to be here for 45 years and counting. In the St. John's Town Center and online at beardsdiamonds.com.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a social media manager.
Did you just post our Q4 earnings to your personal social media?
Oh yeah, used the trending audio and everything.
That's confidential financial data.
Relax. It only went a little viral.
The SEC just commented with the eyeball watching emoji.
This is the job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
He's the former Jacksonville beat reporter, and he still knows your team well.
Oh, you don't say.
He's Pete Prisco, Thursday afternoons on The Frangie Show.
This I gotta see.
Brought to you by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles on 1010XL.
Elbow pain, whether acute or chronic, can make it difficult to do normal activities like playing sports, doing household chores, or even sleeping comfortably. Dr. George Varry here, and no one wants to deal with pain without solutions on how to feel better. We've all heard of tennis and golfer's elbow, but there's plenty more that can cause pain, like osteoarthritis, muscle tears, and nerve entrapment. All are treatable at Barry Orthopedics. Getting you back to full health is our mission, and there's a number of different treatment options we can offer. Call us today or visit BarryOrthopedics.com.
Jacksonville, save big today at Green Acres Sporting Goods. Right now, get a semi-automatic AR-style 12-gauge shotgun for just $2.99. Green Acres also stocks the top brands of suppressors. For nearly 60 years, Green Acres has been Jacksonville's trusted source for firearms and outdoor gear, providing expert service you can count on. Shop Green Acres today at greenacresporting.com.
Make Capital Glass and Shower Doors your premier choice for top-quality glass solutions. With over 40 years of expertise, their team specializes in commercial and residential projects. From elegant shower doors to modern frameless enclosures, they've got you covered. But that's not all. They also offer glass railing systems, glass wine cabinets, and much more. For unmatched quality and service, choose Capital Glass and Shower Doors. Your vision, their expertise. Visit online at capcoglass.com.
Yeah, I know how awful it is to get injured, but not like my friend Tom who got rear-ended last year. Tom McManus here. Morgan & Morgan can help you. They're the largest personal injury law firm in the nation. 1,000 lawyers, 100 offices across the nation, and over $30 billion recovered. And guess what? They don't get a single penny unless you do. A proven track record with backup. Hard to find these days, but not with Morgan & Morgan. For the people, that's right. Get injured due to someone's neglect, get paid. Dial pound law or check out forthepeople.com.
What if the next roof you put on your home was the last one? Not another replacement in 15 or 20 years, the last roof. Metlock Roofing is Florida's only manufacturer and installer of this exclusive roofing system. Engineered for strength, built for Florida weather, backed by a lifetime warranty. Imagine never needing another roof. Call 938-9933 or visit metlokroofing.com. Get your last roof today with Metlock. License number CCC 1335581.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
It's a Best Bet Monday on The Frangie Show with fantastic locations in Jacksonville, Orange Park, and St. Augustine. It's Best Bet.
We sure thank our friends from the Best Bet. They do a fantastic job. Always have done a great job. Proud to be a spokesman for the Best Bet, I can tell you that. By the way, it's the final week now to earn entries to win a brand new side-by-side vehicle at Best Bet St. Augustine. Earn entries through August 7th, all right? That's about 4 days from now. Cash and prizes given away on the 8th. So head to St. Augustine or the Best Bet St. Augustine That's right off of I-95. You can see on your way down there on the left if you're heading from here. Best Bet Orange Park, of course, is on US 17. Best Bet Jacksonville on Monument Road. So thanks to our friends at the Best Bet. All right, JJ, you got Bailey Falter. Does that do anything for you?
What about
the
never
lefty?
heard of him.
You've never heard of him?
Mont Maley, I've heard of.
Okay.
And he's not very good.
Okay. Bailey Falter pitched for the Pirates. Wasn't very good there either.
He's a reliever.
He was the starter for us. That's how good the Pirates are. So there's that. What jumped off the page for you on the deadline? Who won the deadline with the 35
I really
minutes
like what
ago?
the Cubs are doing. I like what the Rays did. They got a starter, they got a bat, and they got a reliever. And then the Yankees right now are doing really good. They got Elio Ramos from the. I don't know how teams like San Francisco are going to be, or the Mets are going to have a roster tonight. If they play, because they seem like they've traded everybody. Milwaukee, you said, got a couple good players from the Cardinals. So all the contenders seem to be like making moves, which I like to see. And then the number one obviously has to be the Dodgers. I know it went back to this weekend, but to get a 2-time Cy Young Award winner, and that is the one thing that you would question about the Dodgers. They have a really great team ERA, but once you get to the playoffs and you see that rotation, you're kind of like, that's what the Dodgers are rolling with in the playoffs. So that really cements them as, like, to me, the favorite to win, even though they just dropped an entire series to the Red Sox, who need to be discussed. They've won 1,000 games in a row, I feel like. They beat the Yankees, the Rays, and the Dodgers and somebody else to go 14-0 since the break.
Yeah, the White Sox.
The White Sox, another first-place team. Yeah. So they've been on fire, and they've made moves as well today. But to me, the winners, besides the Dodgers, I would say Rays, Yankees, and Cubs.
Let me tell you, the deals that jumped off the page for me the most, I think starting pitching is what you really need at the deadline. The 3 deals for me, obviously, Skubal went to the Dodgers. I think Peralta to the Rays.
Loved that.
And I think Kevin Gausman to the Cubs. So the same teams you're talking about. Those are the 3 deals for me. I thought Skubal, Peralta, and Gausman. If you asked me for 3 acquisitions,
and the Cubs just got Clay Holmes, who is a great starting pitcher.
And now,
as well.
and the Cubs got Holmes after that.
And that's the thing that the Cubs don't do. They've had terrible injury luck with their rotation this year. So to get like 2 really, really good, Peralta, it's just when you play with the Mets, like, you're gonna suck. It just is what it is almost.
Yeah.
So I expect him to be like as good as he was in Milwaukee. On a different team.
Milwaukee got Dustin May. Dustin May was the prospect of all prospects with the Dodgers.
Yes, the red-haired guy.
Right, went to the Cardinals and was okay.
Well, he had like terrible injuries with the Dodgers.
Yeah. Did you? The Reds are and this is in the weeds baseball stuff, but the Reds are 7-8 games under, right? Okay. Have you seen the season Chase Burns is having?
Oh, yeah.
Have you followed Chase
He's
Burns?
a Cy Young Award candidate. I mean, if it wasn't for Mizorowski and Sale.
He's 13-1. 13
on a terrible team.
He's 13-1 on a bad team. I mean, think about that for a second.
They would never trade him, though.
Yeah. What year was it in the 70s when the Phillies won 59 games and Carlton won 27?
Whoa.
That's unbelievable.
They won like 59 games. Okay, and Steve Carlton won 27.
That's
fantastic.
It was, the Reds are no good. This guy's 13-1. Chase Burns is the guy that transferred from Tennessee to Wake Forest. Yes. Okay, so he was so anyway. But it'll be interesting.
He won't be traded.
No, if you trade him, then you really aren't trying.
Yeah.
But I heard they may the talk is they're going to trade Hunter Green. Who
was supposed to be a really high prospect, but he just throws really hard.
Yeah.
But if I was a Braves fan, I wouldn't want Hunter Green. The one that I'm looking for at the very end of the deadline, which we don't have much time left, is Casey Mize.
Yeah.
Who was a big college player,
Auburn,
big prospect out of the SEC.
Went to the
played
Tigers.
for Detroit, who what a disappointment they've been. I had Detroit and the Phillies in the World Series this year.
I thought Detroit would be better than they are.
Me too.
I thought they'd be better than they are.
And now they're sellers.
Yeah. Last year, we went to Pittsburgh to watch a 3-game series, Pirates and Reds. Maybe it's 2 years. Might have been 2 years ago. And saw Skeens pitch from 4 rows back. It was awesome. I forget who he pitched against. They beat the Reds, okay? And then they lost the next game. And then the third game,
Hunter Green
and Mitch Keller. It was Green and Keller. Keller's struggling now, but Keller was having a really good year. It was a 1-0 game. The Pirates scored 1 in the 8th, I think, and then brought in whoever the closer was. And I thought to myself, Hunter Green. Well, he was on
his day. He's just as good as any pitcher in baseball.
He was unhittable. The day I saw him, the Pirates. I think he pitched through 7. Both Keller and Green came out of the game it was a shutout. Okay, and then the Pirates I think scored 1 in the bottom of the 8th and won 1-0. But I remember thinking Hunter Green is going to be. And again, I'm watching it from just a couple rows back. I remember I watched him right after Skeens.
Very lively.
I watched Skeens one night and him the night, and it wasn't that different.
Right
now, like you said, it's on your best day. He's not on his best day that often, but it was interesting stuff. But I agree with you: the Cubs, Dodgers, Rays, a team among the teams that really kind of got our attention. We'll take a break, come back, and talk a little more Jaguars. Stay with us.
The Frangie Show from the Harrell and Harrell studio. Don't settle for less than you deserve.
Your turn is next. Call it, text it, drop it in the chat. If you got something to say, holler at Hacker. Monday nights from 8 to 10 on 1010XL.
Northeast Florida isn't just where we work, it's our home. I'm Chris Campione, and when an accident turns your life upside down, you need a law firm that truly understands this community. At Campione Law, we treat our clients like neighbors, not case numbers, and you don't pay a dime unless we recover for you. From semi-truck accidents to medical malpractice and even workers' compensation, we handle it all. Visit CampioneLaw.com. Offices, Jacksonville and St. Augustine.
Count on Campione, Campione Law.
Frank Frangie here for my friends at Coyle Fencing. You've heard me talk about our Bragan baseball complex's walk-off charities and we needed a batter's eye. Nobody knew how to do it. Coyle figured it out, and it is great. Since then, Coyle & Sons has completed hundreds of projects, including most recently our football fields at Fort Family Park. The bottom line is they do everything. They do it well. It looks great. I trust Coyle & Sons. You can too. Since 1927, they've been getting it right. CoyleJacks.com, C-O-Y-L-E Jacks.com. That's where you find them. A proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
When it comes to your home or business, experience matters. That's why every apprentice at Local 234, whether training in plumbing, pipe fitting, welding, or HVAC, must pass a rigorous county licensing exam before graduating. It's just one more way Local 234 ensures the next generation of skilled professionals is ready for the job. Before you hire anyone, ask if the work will be performed by a licensed journeyman. Local 234, make the right connection.
Hey, Hicken here. You know I've been using Zero Res for years now. Heck, I used a couple other guys way back when, even tried to do the do-it-yourself cleaning. I learned real quick, that ain't for us. With Zero Res, you get the Zero Residue Carpet Cleaner. Leaves your carpets truly clean with no dirt-attracting soaps or harsh chemicals. Right now, call for the back-to-school promotion. Book 2 rooms of carpet cleaning for $149, get 2 rooms free. Call 287-5727 or visit ZeroResJacksonville.com and ask for the 1010XL back-to-school special.
Zero Res. I'm Stacy, and I want to tell you about my fogged-up window fiasco at my house. I called up Mac at Baker Glass. He told me all I needed was a glass replacement. The process was so easy. All within a few days, they came out, measured, called me with an estimate, cut my glass, and came out to install the new ones. Now my view outside is fog-free thanks to Mac and his crew at Baker Glass. And my neighbors think I got some fancy new windows.
I'm Mac with Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
I'm Alan Tyre with Trust-A-Line Mortgage. My business partners Bill Pappas and Ken Rimley want to thank all the top real estate agents and builders who refer us business every day. Thinking about buying or building a new home? At Trust-A-Line Mortgage, we're here to make the mortgage process simple, clear, and stress-free. That's why First Coast residents have trusted us for more than 37 years. Since 1989, Trust-A-Line Mortgage has been your local mortgage company dedicated to personal service. Real people, real conversations, and real solutions. Whether you're looking for a conventional, VA, FHA, or construction loan, Trust-A-Line Mortgage brings over 4 decades of experience to help you. And did I mention we offer the most competitive jumbo rates in Florida? If you're ready to buy, build, refinance, or simply explore your options, call Trust-A-Line Mortgage today at 904-381-LOAN or visit our website at trustalinemortgage.com. Trust your instincts and follow the line to Trust-A-Line Mortgage.
Trustline Mortgage, NMLS 331480. Alan Tyre, NMLS 246490. Bill Pappas, NMLS 218443. Ken Remley, NMLS 246445.
Birthdays, anniversaries, and graduations happen year-round. That's why it's good to have Kuhn Flowers on hand to send that floral arrangement with a simple click, call, or showroom visit. This is RJ. Make Kuhn Flowers your go-to when you need to send your love.
Hicken here for Oceanside Cleaners, the very best in dry cleaning service. Free pickup and delivery, or use their self-service kiosk in Ponte Vedra and Southside for drop-off and pickup. Dry cleaning, laundry, bedding, and bridal gown preservation. If it's got fabric, they can clean it. Oceanside Cleaners.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the Monahan's golden moment. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach, your local family jewelers.
The golden moment these days are we talk Jaguar football. You heard from Trayvon Walker today. I'm going to say that's the golden moment because, boy, something special could be happening with Trayvon Walker. And so, heard from him. Also, a great job, Hayes Tuck and Bayshall Tootin. 2 terrific interviews. Those are the golden moments. These days, we talk Jaguars football. We're certainly enjoying doing that. Tomorrow, another day of contact. They'll be in pads again tomorrow morning. Look forward to that. I always look forward to the padded practices. And so we'll watch more about that. I'll say this. I still believe this. I've said it before. And nothing in these, you know me, I can't count. How many practices have there been? 5?
5.
Yep. You know me, I might have said 8. But the nothing that I've seen, Hayes, in these 5 practices has dissuaded me from what I said before they started, and that is this Jaguar football team is as well positioned to enter a season as they have been since the Tom Coughlin era. That's what I believe. That's a bold statement. I mean, that was a long time ago, and I understand that nobody like the Jaguars can follow a surprisingly good season with a surprisingly bad one. We saw it in 08, we saw it in 18, we saw it in 23. It's happened before. And I understand that's what gives people pause and makes people a bit skeptical. I get it, even though none of the people running this had anything to do with those eras. But nothing I see changes that, man. Dude, I'm telling you, I mean, I'm trying to find the secondary, which is what I worried about being not a weak spot, an unknown spot. It's not. I mean, the secondary looks like it's got athletes back there, man. At one point today, they had that dime, which I think they like that dime look. And then they got Jordan. Then they got Jordan. The 3 safeties in the game together. They got Jordan Lewis and Travis Hunter, and Buster Brown in the game. I think they had 6 defensive backs in, and Jarian Jones wasn't in the game. I mean, I think it was all 3 safeties. I think Ransall was in there as well as Murray and Johnson, and then the 3 corners I just said. So they went with a 6 defensive back look at one point today, and Jarian Jones wasn't on the field. He's a good player. So, I just maybe weak side linebacker, but I from what I'm told, they love – that's going to be a good battle because they really do like Branson Combs. He can run and cover. Ventrell will blow you up. So, maybe backup pass rusher. I'm just having trouble finding something to dissuade me from where I've been about, barring injuries, where they'll be when they enter the season.
I mean, they honestly look like they could play tomorrow.
They do look.
I mean, which is I know they can't. I know that they've got a long time to go before Cleveland comes in, but all I can do is just go off of what I've seen in the past. And my first Jaguar training camp was 2013. This team through 5 practices is far superior to any Jaguars team I've seen in terms of the numerous ways they can beat you in all facets of the game. So, yeah, I mean, other than injuries could certainly ruin the season. But if they can just get, like, average health, when you rank teams 1 through 32 on, a number of, players on IR,
right.
Games, lost, due to injury from your starters, if they can just be kind of dead in the middle of that, they should have a really strong season.
Yeah.
I mean, they just really don't have anything that jumps out as a major problem at this point. Maybe something arises, but right now the offense has been in rhythm all offseason. It really helps that Brian Thomas Jr., again, and Liam, threw this caveat out the other day. I think it was Friday when he was asked about BTJ and said, we need to see it when the pads come on, but he's running elite routes. He's catching everything, had a one-handed stab today deep down the sideline in tight coverage. And what was impressive about that is it was wet. I mean, they practiced the first 30 minutes in not a monsoon, but a steady rain.
Right.
And so for Brian Thomas Jr. to, just pluck that ball out of the air with one hand when it was slippery, speaks even more to, where he is locked in. He's a big X factor. Travis Hunter is playing at such a high level. So, I mean, it's just like you're starting to see, we know Josh Hines Allen is a star. We know Trevor Lawrence is an MVP finalist. We know Trayvon Walker at 25 years old already has 2 double-digit sack seasons. Like, they've got Jacoby Myers as, one of the most respected receivers in the NFL. Parker Washington is a blossoming up-and-coming star, it appears. Brenton Strange, everybody really loves around the league for what he can do. Foye Oluwakon's led the league in tackles multiple times.
Right.
Very steady player. I mean, but you start to look at the totality of what they have, and it's they deserve a lot of credit. What they have built with this roster, and again with Liam and his staff developing them and putting them in positions to look good. This team right now, it could be a buzzsaw.
Yeah.
It really could be. I don't, again, they have to stay healthy, but they are going to win a lot of games from what I have seen thus far.
And the good thing is, and by the way, I will tell, and I don't know this, I don't know what their plan is, but common sense tells you they've got as many as 4 joint practices. They're practicing with the Saints in New Orleans. They're practicing with Carolina here. They're practicing maybe 2 days with Tampa Bay here. I know that's what's on the schedule. Now, the way that works is if the first day they get enough work in or there's some injuries, both teams may decide not to do the second. But at least as of today, there's 4 joint practices planned. So that probably means you're not going to see starters much in the preseason. So you have to be patient a little. But I'm like you. I can't. Everybody stays healthy, man. When the Cleveland Browns come to town in the middle of September, it's going to be an awful lot of fun. It really is. Having said that, look, this team will play two of the teams that played in the AFC Championship game among his first 3 games. So you'll find out pretty quick, won't you? I mean, think about that for a second now. New England and Denver played in the AFC Championship game, and you get them in the first month of the season. So you'll have a pretty good idea early on, and then you go to Cincinnati with I think at least by then still a healthy Joe Burrow. So you'll have a pretty good idea who you are early on, won't you?
Yeah, and that's every AFC contender. Why the league front-loaded the schedule like they did this year, I don't know. I don't know if it was purposeful or if it was simply random. But, if you're an AFC contender, you're September. The Jaguars at least get what appears to be a favorable Week 1 game.
Correct.
But, you look at the AFC contenders up and down the board, it is a brutal 4 to 5 game start for everybody. So it will be fun to see who handles that, better than others.
It's going to be a fun season, man. I'm trying to chomp at the bit and not get too excited, but we still have over a month before they play a game that matters. But it's going to be a fun year. Again, it'll be an awful lot of Nick Mullins in the preseason, and Carter Bradley and the lights,
Aguilar,
and Joey Aguilar. I will say this, by the way, I don't know what kind of chance he's going to. Boy, Carter Bradley's got a big arm.
That's his best asset.
Boy, he has got a big arm. I didn't realize what a strong throwing arm he's got. He's got the second best arm on the team by a wide margin.
Yeah.
Aguilar's arm's okay. Nick Mullins' arm strength isn't his thing. So, but he's got a big arm. He's going to be fun to watch. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll say hello to Rick Ballou. We'll wrap the program after this.
It's the ride home with the Frangie Show from the Harold and Harold studio. Don't settle for less than you deserve.
Streaming live from the XL Digital Studios. Polished by Harbor Dental Care. Official dental partner of the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp.
This is Brent Musburger's Visa in Action update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
The NFL will open up its exhibition schedule on Thursday night. The Hall of Fame game in Canton, Ohio, as the Carolina Panthers take on the Arizona Cardinals. The Panthers a 1.5 favorite, -108 against the spread. Arizona -112, getting the 1.5. On the money line, Carolina -122, the Cardinals +102, and the over-under at Canton is at 36.5. The Rams enter the 2026 season as the betting favorite to win Super Bowl 61. They're at +550. The Buffalo Bills at +1,000, best bet out of the AFC. The Seattle Seahawks are +1,100 to repeat as Super Bowl champions.
Progressive helping veterans drive their lives forward. More info, keystoprogress.com.
I'm Tony Desiri with your Visa in Action update on 1010XL.
Believe it or not, back to school is just around the corner. Before the schedules fill up, the lunches get packed, and life gets hectic again, take care of one thing you've been putting off, your home's plumbing. That dripping faucet, slow drain, or running toilet isn't going to fix itself. Schedule any plumbing service with Duck Duck Rooter this month and we'll include a free water heater inspection at no additional charge. Cross one more thing off your back-to-school checklist. When you're stuck, call the Duck. 904-862-6769 or duckduckrooter.com.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnick Chevrolet is proud to be a 9-time Chevrolet Dealer of the Year recipient, the only dealership in Northeast Florida to ever win this prestigious award. Trust me, I know this. I've been dealing with Nimnick forever, and they really are that good. You know, for 3 generations, Nimnick's been the place customers keep coming back to. Customers like me, treating you right, giving the most back to our community, more choices and better prices. It's just the best place to buy cars, and I can promise you that. So who gives you the best experience when you're buying a car? Nobody but Nimnick. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Storm season is here, and at JEA, we're on it. We work year-round to strengthen our electric, water, and sewer systems, making them more storm-resistant. Trees are trimmed around power lines to help reduce outages caused by falling debris. Plus, our online outage map and the My JEA app make it easier than ever to report and monitor outages. So no matter what this storm season brings, we're ready to respond, restore, and keep you informed every step of the way. Learn more and see how you can prepare at JEA.com.
It's back to school season. Get a brand new fence from Superior Fence and Rail. For a limited time, get free takedown and haul away of your old fence. A $500 value with your new fence purchase. Offer valid on residential projects of 100 plus linear feet. Call today or visit SuperiorFenceandRail.com. SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwoods. Clayton, when a customer goes to buy a diamond, how do they know what they are getting?
Frank, that's a good question because what they know comes from the assurances given by the seller, and they can only judge based on the knowledge and reputation of the selling store. Now, over the last 25 years, I've seen some customers misled, and unfortunately, Underwoods was the bearer of bad news too many times. In the 1980s, we saw diamonds brought in with exaggerated grades and no laboratory grading reports. Then in the 90s, we saw some of the poorest cut diamonds ever, even though they had laboratory reports on weight, color, and clarity. Then the American Gem Society opened a laboratory and started grading diamonds for cut, and poorly cut diamonds got priced for what they were. Now we see diamonds from the internet and other places where diamonds are bought sight unseen with a lab report and a bogus appraisal. Unfortunately, not all those diamonds match the reports they're sold with, but how would a customer know? Probably today more than ever, the truest statement is, if you don't know diamonds, you better know a jeweler you can trust.
Whether you're undertaking a major home renovation or just a simple repair request, American Electrical is your 5-star Jacksonville-based electrician to get the work done right. Experienced design building department working seamlessly with their electrical contracting department to help you create beautiful lighting spaces and electrical plans that make your house flow. And remember, with American Electrical, it's wired right at a fair price. Call American Electric at 737-7770. Look for that red, white, and blue eagle on the side of their truck, and you'll know it's American Electrical.
This is Mark Nato. My son Justin injured his hand playing baseball for JU. Southeast orthopedic specialists performed surgery just a few days later, and within 5 weeks, he was cleared to play in the ASUN baseball tournament. Our family has trusted Southeast orthopedic specialists for years. For any orthopedic injury, let Southeast orthopedic specialists take care of you too.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast orthopedic specialists.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
It's a Best Bet Monday on The Frangie Show with fantastic locations in Jacksonville, Orange Park, and St. Augustine. It's Best Bet.
Like 7 inches from the midday sun. Well, I hear you whisper.
Hi, the song.
It's a good one. Hard to believe it's like 25 years old.
It really is, isn't it? My wife's a big Rob Thomas fan. You know what I mean?
He's good. We've seen him at the
yeah. He's really good.
Daly's place. Yeah.
I mean, my wife is a gigantic.
It's crazy because the last time that we went, his son was in the band. And it's like, all right, I'm leaving now. I'm leaving now, and I'm immediately going to the nursing home.
That's how old I am.
And I'm done.
And my wife is such a big fan. So they're playing They were playing with the Counting Crows in California 15 years ago. And my buddy Roxy Bernstein, who's a really good play-by-play guy in the ESPN world, went to school with Adam Duritz, the Counting Crows guy, and they're all buddies. So, so he calls me. He's backstage. He says, "Hey, how are you doing?" He says, "Went to concert." Okay. And Roxy's the best guy in the world. He said, "Hey, tell Suzanne I'm back here with Rob Thomas." So, and it's late at night because it's a concert. It's midnight at our house.
Yeah.
Okay. That's Suzanne. It's Roxy. And he's hanging out with Rob Thomas right now. He wants you to know. Suzanne goes, "Do I get to talk to him?" He goes, "No." He just wanted to say
no.
He just wanted to say he's better hanging out with Rob. And we hung up. So Suzanne goes, "Well, okay, good. Thanks. So that's great to know.
Thanks for the bulletin.
Yeah, thanks for handing in the phone or whatever." So she's a very big fan. So there you go. All right, tomorrow, what do you expectation? Will they hit a little more? Obviously, it'll be another padded practice. No practice on Wednesday. At least no availability for us. So I'm assuming.
Yeah, they're not practicing Wednesday.
So tomorrow you can hit a little bit more, I would think.
Yeah, and they'll go a little longer. Today it was about from 8:30 to 10:10.
Yeah.
I think tomorrow it's scheduled to go 8:30 to 10:25, so an extra period in there, which I would imagine is going to be more 11 on 11 and stuff like that. So it should be fantastic at this point. And again, the fact that they're going to be off on Wednesday, I would think they're going to empty the tank tomorrow.
Yeah, you would think. And so and it's again, you can't hit much. And we talked about this. You only have so many days you can hit all year. Again, once the season starts, you got X days you're allowed to have a padded practice or contact practice, and you use them however you want to use them. But when they're up, they're up. And some teams use them early on, and by November you're out of them. Some teams save Some teams save 2 or 3 days.
I've heard of teams too not even using their full allotment.
Right, and that's correct. And some teams don't. So we'll see what winds up happening. But it's been a fun watch so far. It's been a very fun watch watching this team develop. You get a pretty good idea of with this team, and we've had this conversation, Ace, there's been so few moves that you had even before you went, you had a pretty good idea. But now you got a pretty good idea of what the rotations are going to be. I mean, there's not many spots now where I don't have a pretty good idea of when they go 4 wide, when they add a defensive back, when they add a corner, if someone gets hurt on the offensive front, there's not much mystery in the rotation. There may be some mystery whether Ventrell Miller wins the job over Brenton Combs, but you know what I mean?
They could play Sunday.
Yeah.
I'm convinced if they had to, they could play Sunday.
Yeah, I think so too. All right, let's hit a little Rick below.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Rick, it was a padded practice, a contact practice, but it's not like a 20-year ago contact practice. Okay,
no.
There's no Oklahoma drills anymore. No. There's no. So I think what padded practices are now is sort of contact, don't you think?
Yeah, it's a little disappointing. I mean, it's great to see that. And
that's the world.
Yeah, I mean, Rodriguez, bowls over Ransaw today, and it was like the big talk, And if that was a normal situation, there would have been an opportunity for him to respond the way it used to be, but not today. Still, it was good to get him thumping out there and good to get him hitting. I expect a little bit more of that, tomorrow with an off day coming up on Wednesday.
Anybody jump out so far?
I just love the speed, even though, most of what happened with Ransaw there were a couple of times where I thought he did a really nice job in run support. I mean, it was much more running the football today than passing. So that was impressive. And obviously with Hunter going, we think much more to the defensive side than offense this year. I just feel like there's more team speed right now defensively than there was a year ago.
It does feel, and it looks that way. They look the part. They look athletic defensive. Who'd you catch up with?
Let's see. I got Parker Washington yesterday after Sunday's workout, and today Danny Strigow. It's interesting because Houston brings back Clowney. I still thought that this team would bring in a veteran to be the third edge, but I talked with the very, very confident B.J. Green late last week, and now Danny Strigow today. They both have an opportunity, so we're going to hear from them too, those two, and should be a lot of fun tonight. A lot of good things happening.
Keep an eye on Green. I'm told. Keep an eye on of all of them. They're all going to be in the thing. Mm-hmm. I've heard. Keep an eye on B.J. Green.
Tell you what, he could be Muhammad Ali if he can play.
Yeah.
He reminds me of Kayvon Chason, the personality. The problem here is Chason didn't make any plays.
Right.
If B.J. Green arrives, he is going to be a massive fan favorite.
He'll be a fun
His
guy.
personality is a lot of fun.
He'll be a fun guy, no question. Rick Faluga's in tonight. Lots of Jaguar talk, as always, from my guy, Rick. That'll do it for our program. We'll see you tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel. For Hayes and JJ, I'm Frank Frangie. So long.